Hi, welcome back. I am going to be doing a birthday maintenance today, getting myself together for a birthday. Even though I'm not gonna wear, but more look kind of cute-ish. So I'm gonna do my hairish. The morning that I need to get work done, I'm gonna do my toast this morning, part of my birthday prep. I'm doing it myself. I am up early before everybody wakes up, so I probably have an hour or two. Either way, I'm gonna start early and try to knock this out of the way. Yeah, I like to start with soaking my feet in my foot bath. I have a very simple foot bath that keeps the water temperature. It doesn't warm up on its own, so I like to add some hot water to it and some Epsom salt, and then I'll soak it in it. You can add whatever you want to yours, but I just like to keep it simple and straight to the point and just soak it. You're supposed to soak it for 15 to 20 minutes, but honestly I just sit there until I'm ready to take it out. Just so you know, I started doing my own pedicure over a year ago. I did this because I wanted to focus on the health of my toenails, and I wanted to be able to change the color as often as I wanted to without having to continuously paying for the service. And I don't like to. There's a few like nail salons around me. They're a bit cheaper, and I don't really like the work that much. And the one that's more expensive, it is more expensive, so I wouldn't be going there all the times. Hence why I was like, let me just do it myself, and that way I can take care of my foot. I can rub it, I can paint it, and do what I need to do. And whenever I want a luxury service, then I could pay for the expensive one and go there. With that said, in this video I am using the pumice stone. So usually I've tried different things. I've used like a pumice, like a foot rub, like a stick one. I've used the electric one, and now I'm using the pumice stone, and I think this is the first time I'm using it to this extent where my feet are like really soft and they're really soaked. So rubbing the pumice stone across it is like so smooth. You can see how much is lifting up, you can see how much is getting rid of. Like, it feels so comfortable, it just feels gentle, but at the same time getting the work done. I did get this pumice stone from Walmart. It's just a little cheap Walmart pumice stone. It's probably like from the brand Equate, I'm not even sure, but it was a quick thing and it works out for me. I'm telling you this so that you know, if you're starting out to do like a pedicure or anything at home, you don't have to start off expensive. You can start off with the small stuff and teach yourself little by little, learn from your mistakes, research, watch videos, and as you go along you get better and better at it. And right now the pumice stone is winning for me with the foot scrub. Like, I feel like it, yeah, the way how it looked and how it felt while I was doing this, the pumice stone is definitely the winner for now. The next thing is my ingrown toenail remover, like my pedicure toolkit. This is something new that I added to my lineup. I did this because I wanted something a bit more gentle compared to my e-file. I do have a natural nail e-file that isn't as rough as the one that you use on acrylic, etc. But either way, the e-file, it has a bit of power inside of it. I wanted to have more control when filing down my nails and pushing back my cuticle, removing the cuticle. And honestly, even though these tools are like ingrown toenail removal tools, everything in there has a different shape that can help me to clean my toenail in a certain way and just get the little corners and creases without hurting too much. So I do like to use this. And if you're just starting out and you probably don't want to go straight to an e-file, then you could probably try these tools as well, and they were very affordable. That's why I got them, so definitely check it out. Okay, next I'm gonna go ahead and do some exfoliants. I am going to do a sugar scrub for my feet. I made this sugar scrub at home specifically for my feet. If I can find out the recipe or how I made it or what did I use or the video, I will link it below. It is literally sugar, turmeric, and I think I have grapeseed oil inside of it, or fractionated coconut oil, one out of the two, but it feels, trust me, it is very rough. So you do not want to use this on your face or your body. The amount of sugar that I put in it, this is not for your body. This is definitely for a foot scrub to get that nice exfoliation. You can use this on your heel back. You can use this on your heel back, the bottom of your feet, and just to get a nice scrub. I think I actually made this for my underarm and for my intimate areas as well, to kind of help with the ingrown hair, bulb, and I bet you this will not disappoint. The only thing I would add is, if you do recreate a scrub for your feet at home, try to not add the turmeric in it. Once you add the turmeric in it, you're going to have that yellow stain on it and it can be a mess. So you can go ahead and take out the turmeric and just have a regular sugar scrub for your feet with some oil, and you're good to go. You can purchase a sugar scrub and use it for your feet, or you can make some at home whichever one is more convenient for you, but this felt really good on my feet. I am prepping my nails for polish. So the reason why I've done this is because over the time of me polishing my nails, I have made a few mistakes, like it will be bubbly, or one time it will be good, the other time it will not be good. And from my research and watching other videos, I realized that if my toes are wet, and when I say wet, like I already dried them off and everything, but they have a bit of moisture in it, once you go to polish them, the polish doesn't come out the same, it doesn't come out good, and it just doesn't make the end result look how you want it. It just makes it more difficult to polish. So from my research, it said you could go ahead and dehydrate your toenails before you put the polish on. So I'm doing this by using nail polish remover to go over my toenails before I start to add my polish. So yes, my feet has been out of the water for a while and they are dry, but I want to make sure it is perfect. So I'll go ahead and go over them with the nail polish remover so I can start polishing. The next thing I'm going to do is start with your top coat. I go ahead and, well, base coat. So I'm going to go ahead and add either your base coat or your top coat first. If you don't have base coat and you only have top coat, I started out with just using top coat. So use what you have. I'm going to go ahead and apply that to my nails first. Once I apply that to my nails gently, then I'll go ahead and start with my polish. Now, as I'm adding in my top coat / base coat, I realized that there were some discrepancies with my big toenail, as it usually is. Once I got my e-file, I added the bit that was meant to remove dead skin, and I used it mostly on my big toe, not for long, literally for just a few seconds, just to level it off. Once I leveled it off, I ran it over my smaller toes just for a little bit, not too long honestly, because I went through the process of using the e-file on my toenails and it makes them too thin. Sometimes I use it too much, so I was like, you know what, let me just do a quick thing so I can have a little bit of a smooth polish, and that is what I ended up doing here. Now it's time to choose my color. I have different colors and I wanted to add that. I did not get these colors all at once. Like if you're starting out, don't just go out there and buy like a whole bunch of colors all at once. I accumulated these colors over time. When I started doing my nails, I literally bought 1 or 2 colors. I bought them in a clearance section at Marshall's because they usually have OPI in Marshall's on clearance, or I think it's OPI and the other one is Revlon. Not Revlon, I have to think of the name of it, but another brand that has nice polishes. They usually have them in Marshalls or TJ Maxx. I just go in the clearance section, go in there, go through the colors, and you'll find some nice ones. So accumulate them over time. You don't have to go get everything all at once. I do start off with a thin layer. So my first layer is pretty thin, not that thick. Once I do the first layer, I wait for it to dry a bit. Usually it dries pretty quickly because it is quite thin. Then I add a second layer. Once I add the second layer to it, if I feel like I want the color to be a bit brighter or I want more, then I'll add a third. But for the most part, I usually stop at a second layer unless I'm doing probably like white polish. As you know, I'm not a professional, so I have to go back over my nails and clean up the outside, like the edges. I have to go with like some cotton on my tools, wrap it around the edge, either that or my cuticle remover, and use the tip of it and clean off the excess polish that's on my toenails, on the edge or anywhere, just to give it a nice like a clean look. Now it don't look salon ready or whatever, but listen to me, you have to really bend down and look at my toes to see like any extra thing. And honestly, if you're that much close to my toes, then you might have a little problem. Now I don't go directly over my toenails or my polish with top coat right away, because I've had bad experience with that. Like I've done that and then it kind of moved the polish, and that's because the polish never fully dry or it was too thick. So now I wait a little bit, and I'm not in a salon, so I can take my little sweet time and wait. So this time I decided to do my daughter's nails, polish her nails, because she wanted to polish her nails while I sit and wait, and we just had a little cute mommy daughter moment while I waited for my nails to dry before I did the top coat. I got the name of the second polish slash top coat that I'm using right now. It is from Marshalls. It's called Orly, yeah, that's what it's called, and I like using it. The polishes from that brand is pretty good as well, so that's something else that you can get in clearance in Marshalls. If you buy it from Amazon, you can buy the set, will be cheaper, but if you just want one, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, one of those stores, you can get them. And you can get this, I think this is the quick dry top coat, or the natural base top coat, one of those. Yeah, this is the quick dry top coat, and yeah, top coat slash base coat, so you could definitely use that as well. All right, so as you can see, I am a bit together. I think my tool is done. I just oil up my foot a while ago. Yeah, I just rub some oil on it, and I feel like they're looking cutish. I'm gonna show you if you can see them. They look a bit cutish, but I'm done. I'm gonna start clean up the place now. Forget all of this taken care. Come if I do my hair next. You're gonna shower, she's doing something.